Good morning, students. Today we have to discussing the concept law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum can explain total quantity of system. Total quantity of motion of system remains constant if there is no external force act on it. If there is no external force act on it. So here we have to identify this point. Total momentum of system. Total momentum of system is always constant. Is always constant. We have to identify this point. Total momentum of system equal to constant. And here you have to identify initial momentum. Initial momentum equal to final momentum. Total initial momentum of system. Total initial momentum of system. I have to write that point. Very, very important. Total initial momentum of system. Momentum of system equal to total final momentum of system. Total final momentum of system. Okay, total initial momentum of system equal to total final momentum of system. It represents law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, we have to concentrate on this small point. This point already explained in state board. Newton's law can explain this law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, what is Newton's law? Every reaction there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, that Newton's law can explain this law of conservation of linear momentum. Here consider system of particles. The total initial momentum of the system equal to total final momentum of the system. Okay, this condition I can explain it with a number of examples, many number of examples. I can explain that all examples. You have to note down that example problem. After that, we have to start worksheet. Okay, students. So today we have to complete that conceptual and conceptual topics. Okay, everyone, we have to concentrate on board. Yeah, the condition one. Here, condition one, first one, we have to consider that one gun. Okay, here we have to identify this initial mass of gun. Initial mass of gun, capital M. Initial mass of gun, capital 1, capital M. Initial velocity of gun. Initial velocity of gun, U. Initial velocity of gun, U. Here, mass of bullet. Mass of bullet, so small m, its initial velocity, U. Its initial velocity, small U. We have to identify small m, small U. After firing the gun, bullet is getting, okay, final velocity, small v, mass of bullet, small m, mass of bullet, small m. We have to identify this point. Okay, after firing the gun is also getting velocity. That velocity direction is opposite to the direction of velocity of bullet. We have to consider that the final velocity of gun V, final velocity of gun, capital V. Now apply that law of conservation of linear momentum. The total momentum of system equal to total final momentum of system. Total initial momentum of system equal total final momentum of system. We have to apply this condition for this example. What is the total initial momentum of system? Total initial momentum of system. We have to write total initial momentum of system Tn equal to here m into u, mu plus m into capital V, m into capital V. Sorry, not a capital M into capital V, small m into small m into small. Here, just identify initial velocity of gun, how much? 0. So just we have to identify that initial velocity of gun equal to 0 and initial velocity of bullet equal to 0. So find out the total momentum of this system. Total momentum of the system. System means more than one body we have to consider in that condition. Okay, here how many bodies we consider means two bodies. One is bullet, another one gun. Okay, so initial velocity of gun equal to 0, initial velocity of bullet equal to 0. We have to substitute in this formula. Capital M into 0 plus small m into 0. Okay, so that is equal to 0. Total initial momentum of the system value equal to 0. But what about that total final momentum of the system? What about that total final momentum of the system? Total final momentum of the system delta PF. Delta PF. Delta PF equal to, so here bullet is getting final velocity V. Here gun is getting final velocity capital. So right here capital M, capital V plus small m, small v. Small m. Okay, so this here according to the law of conservation of linear momentum, total initial momentum of the system equal to total final momentum of the system. We have to write delta pi equal to delta pf. Delta pi equal to delta pf. But here delta pf equal to how much? Delta pf value equal to 0. Here total initial momentum of the system how much? 0. So right here 0. Here capital MB plus small mv equal to 0. Understood? Okay, total final momentum of the system equal to 0. We have to find out that recoil velocity of gun. Recoil velocity of gun. You can just write here mv equal to minus m. mv equal to minus m. But we have to find out that recoil velocity of gun minus mb divided by capital M. mb divided by capital. Okay, minus indicates here minus indicates opposite direction. Minus indicates opposite direction. Here velocity of gun we can consider opposite to the direction of velocity of bullet. So we can easy to find out the critical velocity of gun with the help of this formula. Like that, we have to apply law of conservation of linear momentum for every example. Okay, so note down this condition. Next, we have to discuss one more example. Okay, students, another example problem we have to concentrate on. Here, okay, now here consider the gun. Initial mass of gun capital M, initial velocity u. Here inside of gun we have to consider that bullet. Initial mass of bullet to small m, velocity of bullet u. Initial velocity of bullet u. Here small u equal to 0. Initial velocity of gun u equal capital U equal to 0. Capital U equal to 0. Small u equal to 0. The mass of gun equal to 0. Mass of bullet equal to 0. But after firing the gun, here it represents So after firing the gun, bullet is moving with final velocity v. Moving with velocity v. And what is the initial mass of bullet? Small. Initial velocity of bullet is smaller. Here we can consider one wooden block. Okay, we have to consider one wooden block. Okay, it is moving with a constant velocity. It's moving with a constant velocity. After hitting this wooden block, bullet and wooden block is moving with the same velocity. Bullet and wooden block is moving with the same velocity. We have to just identify that after hitting the wooden block, bullet and wooden block is moving with the same velocity. We have to identify this condition. So for this condition, we have to apply that law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum. So find out. So here, what is that law of conservation of linear momentum? The law of conservation of linear momentum can explain that total initial momentum of system equal to total final momentum of system. Total initial momentum of system equal to total final momentum of system. What is the total initial momentum of system? So here total initial momentum of system we have to find out capital M into capital U plus capital M small m into small u. Okay, that is equal to total final momentum of system. Okay, sorry, Nana, we have to consider this bullet. The total initial momentum of system. Total initial momentum of system of bullet. Total initial momentum of system of bullet how much? Small m into small v. Small m into small v. What is the total final momentum of system? Total final momentum of system is considered that mass of block. Mass of block we have to represent mb. Okay, mb. And here mass of bullet small m. What is the velocity of this wooden block and bullet? So here both are moving with a common velocity. Both are moving with a common velocity or same velocity. So we have to represent that common velocity or same velocity v dash. Common velocity or so same velocity is v dash. Now find out that point mb into v dash plus small m into v dash. Small m into v dash. Now find out that the common velocity of this system. Common velocity of this system. So just identify mb plus small m into v dash. But v dash equal to how much? V dash equal to how much? mb divided by mb plus small m. Okay, so we can find out that the common velocity of this system equal to v dash equal to mb divided by mb plus small m. Understood? So for every condition, we have to apply this. Okay, we have to note down this condition. Next, we can discuss one more example. Just identify one more example. If a person is throwing one ball, here person is throwing one ball. Okay, its initial velocity of ball is constant. Initial velocity of ball is constant. Okay, just identify its initial velocity u bar. Initial velocity u bar. So what is the direction of motion of that body? Straight line path. So it will strike the wall and return back into same path. Return back into same path and reaches to same point of projection. It reaches to same point of projection. So here initial position of an object. Okay, finally that body can reach us that same point of projection. Now just identify that. Finally, that body reaches to same point of projection. So what is the final velocity of the body? Final velocity of the body v1. Final velocity of the body v1. What is the direction of initial velocity? Initial velocity opposite to the direction of final velocity. So here we can identify this condition. Here identify this condition. Find out that total change in momentum. Find out that total change in momentum. Total change in momentum you have to find out. Total change in momentum we have to find out. Okay, total change in momentum. So first we directly have to find out with the help of Newton's second law, or we have to apply law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, so we have to apply Newton's second law. You can use it to find out that change in momentum. Change in momentum means what is that change in momentum? Delta P equal to final momentum minus the initial momentum. Final momentum minus the initial momentum. What is the direction of this body? Negative x-axis direction. Along negative x-axis direction. So what is that final momentum? Initial momentum of the body? Initial momentum body Pi equal to minus m into small v. Okay, u we have to represent mu. Okay, mu. And what is the final momentum of the body after striking this ball? Final momentum of the body we have to represent final momentum Ef equal to m into v. Final momentum Ef equal to m into v. Both the directions we have to consider in a opposite direction. Yes or no? So find out that final momentum value mv minus initial momentum direction opposite. Because of that reason, we have to represent a minus mv. So minus mu. So write minus into minus plus. Minus into minus plus. Right? mv plus mu. mv plus mu. Here delta p represents total change in momentum of this system. Okay, total change in momentum of this system delta p equal to mv plus m. Understood? Okay, we have any doubt? Next one, we have to consider that the body can reach the same point of projection. That body can reach the same point of projection at this projection point. We have to consider that magnitude of velocity. Magnitude of initial velocity equal to magnitude of final velocity. Here, right? Since magnitude of initial velocity equal to magnitude of final velocity. The same point of projection, we have to consider that magnitude of initial velocity and the magnitude of final velocity. Magnitude of initial velocity equal to magnitude of final velocity. But direction is opposite direction. Okay, we have to consider the direction of initial velocity and direction of velocity. We can consider the two directions in opposite direction. Okay, so modulus of u bar equal to modulus of v bar. That is equal to uv. That is equal to u. So that we have to find out the total change in momentum of the body m2 into mv. 2 into mv. Delta p equal to 2 into small m into small v. Like that, generally we have to find out that total change in the system. I can give one more example problem for you. You have to observe this board. Okay, so example 3. Example 3. Now we have to observe here same condition only. A person is through is throwing one ball at an angle. Okay, its direction of ball makes 30 degrees. Makes 30 degrees with respect to normal. What is that rebounding ball direction? Here, ball rebounding into the same medium at the same angle of projection. At same angle of projection, the ball is reflected from the ball. We have to identify that condition 30 degrees. Their final position of an object B. Initial position of an object A. Here we have to identify that the ball strikes the wall at point O. Okay, so now just to identify in this condition, we have to find out total change in momentum. What is the total change in momentum? What is the total change in momentum? Here we have to consider that direction of motion of the body makes 30 degrees with respect to normal. Represents normal. Okay, with respect to normal only. Okay, here we have to resolve this velocity. Into two rectangular components. How many components? Two rectangular components. One component vertical component. Another one is horizontal component. Vertical component we have to represent. V y equal to v cos the initial velocity. We have to represent uy equal to u cos 30 degree. Vertical component sine function u sine 30 degree. Horizontal component how much? Horizontal component ux equal to u cos 30 degree. Next we have to consider this body rebounding from this wall. Now we have to resolve this final velocity of the body into two rectangular components. One component we have to represent the vertical component here vy equal to v sine 30 degree. Vertical components we have to represent the sine function v sine 30 degree. Horizontal component we have to represent vx equal to v cos 30 degree. Understood? So in which direction we have to consider? Along the normal direction we have to find out that the total change in momentum. And what about these components? These two components can cancel along the surface of wall. Okay, in vertical direction uy minus vy. Due to that reason, velocity of a body we don't consider along the vertical direction. Only we have to consider that effect along the horizontal direction. Because of that reason, total change in momentum direction can represent along normal direction. Along normal direction, we cannot find out the total. What is the initial momentum? Initial momentum Pi. Initial momentum Pi. That initial momentum Pi equal to mass into mass of body is constant. Mass small m into initial velocity in which direction? Along the normal direction. Okay, along the normal direction we have to find out here mux equal to ux equal to u cos theta. Next we have to find out that final momentum of this body. Final momentum of the body we have to consider this final momentum of the body. Okay, but its momentum resolved into two components. Along the normal one component, along the vertical direction we have to consider another component. Final momentum of this body F equal to m into vx. M into vx value. Vx value equal to how much? Vx value equal to cos 30 degree. Okay, so we have to represent V into cos theta. V into cos theta. Okay, find out total change in momentum. Find out the total change in momentum. What is the total change in momentum? For rebouncing condition, delta P equal to 2K. Is that no? So that we have to substitute this condition. Total change in momentum. Okay, delta P equal to Pf plus Pi. Pf plus Pi. What is the reason? Here, consider the direction. That direction. We have to represent first. What is the direction of momentum? What is the direction of momentum of the body? We have to represent positive direction. It represents the initial momentum. Initial momentum resolved into two components. Okay, initial momentum resolved into two components. So one is a horizontal component, Pi. Okay, here final momentum we have to resolve. Final moment we have to resolve into two components. Here, final momentum direction opposite. Final momentum direction opposite direction. Initial momentum direction towards to. Yes or no? Now first we have to write final momentum minus Pf. Minus Pf. Minus Pf minus of initial momentum. Initial momentum along positive direction. So that we have to represent initial momentum Pi. So total momentum minus of Ps plus Pi. Okay, substitute that value here. That is equal to minus Pf, nothing but final momentum of system. F is nothing but final momentum of a system. Final momentum of system, how much? We have to write. So m into v cos theta. V cos theta plus initial momentum of system m into u cos theta. M into u cos theta. Common that cos theta. Common that cos theta value. So right here, total change in momentum delta P equal to minus mv plus mu into cos theta. Into cos theta. Note down this problem. Down this example problem. But 20 members వచ్చారా? షెడ్యూల్ లేదా? ట్యూస్డే అయిపోయినా బెస్ట్ వర్క్. ఈరోజు బెస్ట్ వర్క్ అయితే మనకి 10 to 9 బా 9 to 10 పొలంపేట మా టైం టేబుల్ చూడు వాళ్ళు పంపించారు పొలంపేట టైం టేబుల్ చూడు ఎంతమంది మొత్తం పిల్లలు 50 మెంబర్సా? అందుకే నేను కూడా ఏందబ్బా ఏదో ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నట్టుంది. 32 మెంబర్సా? అదే షెడ్యూల్లో ఉంది. మార్నింగ్ మామూలు టైం టేబుల్ ఇచ్చారు కదా, టైం టేబుల్ 9 to 10 సపరేట్. మన టైం టేబుల్ ప్రకారం మనం ఫాలో అయ్యాం. Okay, just observe here. Next example problem. Here we have to consider one system. We have to consider one system. system means more than one particle we have to consider in this system. So here, how many number of particles are there? How many number of particles are there? Okay, 1, M1, M2, M3, up to so on, Mn particles. Mn particles. Now we have to discussing about that Newton first law. What is that Newton first law? Every body continues in the state of rest or uniform motion in straight line path if there is no external force action. There is no external force action. Okay, so just identify that there is no external. Okay, there is no external force if F is equal to 0. There is no external force that is equal to 0. But what is external force? The rate of change of momentum is called as external force. The rate of change of the total momentum of the rate of change of total momentum of system equal to 0. We have to represent this. Okay, dp by dt. Total system we have to identify. Total system. The rate of change of total momentum of system equal to external force equal to external force. That external force value equal to 0. That external force value equal to 0. Now here we have to write dp. dp divided by dt. dp divided by dt equal to 0. But dp equal to how much? 0. dp equal to 0. The total momentum of the system is constant. Okay, here total momentum of the system equal to dp by dt equal to 0. We have to consider means we have to consider that d by dx of constant equal to 0. Okay, here momentum equal to constant. Here momentum equal to constant. Just identify this point. Total momentum of system. Total momentum of system equal to constant. Okay, what is that? Total external force is acting on the system. Total external force is acting on the system. Okay, total external force is acting on the system equal to 0. Okay, we have to find out the total momentum of the system formula. We have to write here C S system. Total momentum of system equal to M1 U1 plus M2 U2 plus M3 U3 plus up to so on plus Mn Un. Understood? Total momentum of the system we have to represent M1 U1 plus M2 U2 plus M3 U3 plus up to so on Mn Un. That is equal to constant. That is equal to constant. But what is the total net force? What is the total external force acting on that system means? We have to represent that total external force. Total external force of the system we have to represent F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus up to so on plus Fn means n number of forces are acting on each particle in this. Okay, total number of external force acting on that system equal to how much means? Equal to how much? So like that we have to explain that external force on system equal to 0. So total momentum of the system equal to, we have to represent M1 U1 plus M2 U2 plus M3 U3 plus up to 1 plus Mn Un. That is equal to constant. That is equal to constant. Okay, now. Okay, note down these 2 points, very important point. Next one. A shell of bomb explodes into n number of fragments. N number of fragments. Okay, here one shell of bomb we have to consider is one shell of bomb. Okay, now just identify. We have to consider this shell of bomb on horizontal surface. After explosion, it, after explosion, it divided into different fragments. Different fragments. Fragments nothing but pieces. N number of pieces. We have to consider that pieces. How many number of parts it divided? We have to identify. How many number of fragments? We have to consider 3 fragments. How many fragments? 3 fragments. One fragment is moving along positive x-axis. Another fragment is moving along positive y-axis. One more fragment we have to consider, third one, along negative x-axis. On the negative x-axis. How many parts? It divided 3 parts. What is the condition? The shell of bomb is at rest on a horizontal surface. After it explodes, it divided into 3 fragments. Now we have to find out that total momentum of system before explosion of bomb, and next one we have to find out total momentum of the system after explosion of bomb. Okay, we have to find out initial momentum. What is the total initial momentum of this system? Total initial momentum of the system we have to represent m. Initial velocity of bomb, how much? 0. Initial velocity of bomb u equal to 0. Find out that total initial momentum of system. Total initial momentum of system. So right here, initial momentum of system equal to m into u. M into u. Initial velocity of bomb 0. Initial velocity of bomb 0. M into 0. M into 0. That is equal to 0. Total initial momentum of this bomb equal to 0. Next, we have to find out the total final momentum of system. Final momentum of system delta P F. Here also we have to represent delta P. Here it divided into 3 fragments. Each fragment mass we have to identify m1, m2, and next one m3. Velocities we have to identify v1, final velocity of first fragment v1, final velocity of second fragment v2, final velocity of third fragment v2. Understood? Now find out that total momentum. Total momentum. Here just identify this direction. We have to expand into the powerful unit vector. Positive x-axis direction represents unit vector is I crown. I crown. Positive x-axis direction represents plus I crown. Negative x-axis direction represents minus I crown. Minus I crown. Here we have to identify what is the direction of second fragment. Second fragment we have to consider in vertically upward direction. Just identify what is the unit vector j crown. Positive j crown or negative j crown? Positive j crown. Okay, understood this point. Now we have to find out this total momentum of the system Pf bar. Pf bar equal to m1 v1 I crown. m1 v1 I crown. Next one, here second fragment plus m2 v2 j crown. m2 v2 j crown. Next third fragment is moving along negative x-axis direction. Then we have to represent minus m3 v3 okay I crown. m3 v3 I crown. Understood? So we have to write here initial final momentum of this first fragment represents P1 I crown. Okay, final momentum of second fragment represents P2 J crown. Okay, final momentum of third fragment represents P3 J crown. So, P3 I crown. Now I crown we have to common from this 2 points. Write P1 minus P3. P1 minus P3 I crown plus P2 into J. This is the final answer. So like that we have to apply that vector function, the explosion of bomb. Okay, so this type of models we will do any number of example problems in exam. First we have to note down this point. I can give another 2 examples. Students, please concentrate on this problem. It's very, very important logical problem. If a bomb is projected at an angle made with respect to ground. Here, just identify one horizontal surface we have to consider. This bomb projected at an angle made with respect to horizontal surface. So, what is that angle? Theta. In which direction we consider that angle? Clockwise direction. Now, just identify what is the initial projection velocity. Initial projection velocity u. Initial projection velocity u. After that, that bomb can following the path is. That bomb can following the path is trajectory path. This is the path, trajectory path or parabolic path. It reaches maximum height. Reaches maximum height. After that, that bomb explodes into different parts. Okay, we have to consider that position of bomb at maximum height. Here, identify that height of bomb h. H value maximum. H value how much? Maximum. At this observation point, bomb explodes. Okay, here bomb explodes into different fragments. Here, different fragments. We have to identify one fragment we have to consider in the upward direction. Another fragment is moving on horizontal direction. Okay, we have to represent one fragment. So another fragment we have to consider vertically downward direction. Vertically downward direction. Okay, totally it explodes into three fragments. Here mass of first fragment M1, mass of second fragment M2, mass of third fragment M3. Mass of third fragment how much? M3. Okay, this is the example problem. Once again, we have to listen. Here, bomb projected at an angle with respect to ground. Initial projection velocity. Initial projection velocity. So after that, that bomb can following the path, is trajectory path, due to the gravity. Due to the gravity. So it reaches maximum height. Reaches the maximum height. That bomb explodes into three fragments. M1, M2, M3. Initial velocity we have to represent U1. Okay, correct. Final velocity of first fragment we have to represent V1. Final velocity of second fragment we have to represent V2. The final velocity of third fragment we have to represent V. Now we have to apply law of conservation of linear momentum at this observation point. Okay, students, it is one difficult problem and it is one logical problem. First two, you can just identify here body projected at an angle with respect to horizontal surface. Then we have to resolve into two components. One component vertical component, another component horizontal component. Okay, here we have to represent ux equal to u cos. Then horizontal component cannot affected by gravitational. Gravitational force direction is always acting vertically downward. Due to that reason, horizontal component of velocity during this motion not affected by gravitational force. Okay, this value along horizontal direction constant. Along the horizontal direction, but vertical component is affected by gravity. Because of that reason, that velocity, vertical component of velocity gradually decreasing and decreasing. Finally, it reaches to maximum height. Its vertical component of velocity Vy equal to 0. Vy equal to 0. But horizontal component of velocity Vx not equal to 0. Vx not equal to 0. That value equal to V cos theta. Okay, that value equal to U cos theta. That value equal to U cos theta. So have to identify this point. Now, first we have to find out that total initial momentum of the system at the maximum height. Total initial momentum of the system at maximum. What is the total initial momentum of the system? Delta Pi. Delta Pi. Delta Pi, we have to represent M1. Here, mass of bomb. Mass of bomb we have to represent capital. Bomb we have to represent capital M, capital M. Okay, what is the direction of this component? Horizontal direction. Vertical component value how much? So that we have to write M U cos theta, M U cos theta, direction consider along positive x-axis direction. Along positive x-axis direction. We have to represent that direction with the help of unit vector. Mu cos theta icon. Mu cos theta icon. Next, after explosion of bomb, it divided into three fragments. How many fragments? Three fragments. First fragment M1, second one M2, third one M3. Okay, but three fragments are moving in three directions. First we can identify. Here M1 is moving positive x-axis direction. So right, total final momentum of the system M1 V1 I crown. M1 V1 I crown. Here second fragment is moving in vertically upward. We have to represent M2 V2 okay J crown. M2 V2 J crown. But here we have to identify that bomb explodes into three fragments. One fragment is moving vertically downward direction. What is the initial velocity? After explosion of bomb, what is the here? What is the final velocity of that third fragment? Means 0. What is that? Initially, okay, its velocity 0. Due to that reason, that bomb is moving in vertically downward direction. Okay, na? You identify downward direction. We have to consider that condition. So that we have to represent M3 V3 value equal to 0. V3 value 0. Here V3 equal to 0. Here the fragment of bomb released a certain height from the ground. Certain height from the ground. Because of that reason, its velocity V3 equal to 0. So that we can substitute that value V3 value equal to 0. M3 into 0 into we have to represent minus J. So total value equal to 0. Just write M1 V1 I crown plus M2 V2 J crown. M2 V2 J crown. Now we have to apply that law of conservation of total initial momentum of the system delta Pi equal to delta Ps. Delta Pi equal to delta P. Now find out here delta Pi value how much? M U cos theta. U cos theta equal to M1 V1 I crown plus M2 V2 J. Okay, is the final form. So like that we have to find out that the conditions is example problem. Okay, students, do you have any doubt? So next class we have to discuss another example for understanding the purpose. Put down this example problem. I mean, 30 members, 31, 30.